Here again, I am with 20 very useful sentences for the teachers. Hello and welcome to Let's Grow with Seema Saxena. I hope these sentences will be helpful for you to communicate or to converse with different with people in different situations, and they are really helpful for you. So, without much delay, I start with the sentences. Number one sentence: I create lesson plans tailored to the needs of my students. Suppose there is a situation, teacher is asking you, how do you prepare your lesson plans? What is your strategy? So you may say, I create lesson plans tailored to the needs of my students. First, I understand the needs of my students, and then accordingly, I create my lesson plans. Number two, she implements innovative teaching strategies to engage her students. Maybe you are talking about a particular teacher who conducts her sessions extremely well, and you share this sentence and you say the sentence about that particular faculty member. So you say, she implements innovative teaching strategies to engage her students. Positive input about that teacher. Number three, he assesses students' progress through regular quizzes and assignments. Here again, you are appreciating a particular teacher and you are talking about her method of teaching, and you say he assesses, means he tests students' progress, or he checks students' progress through regular quizzes and assignments. Number four, they collaborate with other teachers to share best practices. Again, maybe you are talking about a certain group of teachers who are very good at their tasks, and you are talking about one fact about their way of working. They collaborate with each other or with other teachers to share best of the practices. Number five, we provide constructive feedback to students to support their learning. Here you are talking about your strategy. How do you handle the students in the best possible manner? You will say something like this: we provide, we give, we make it available for the students, we provide constructive feedback to students to support their learning. Number six, Sarah uses technology to enhance classroom instructions. There is a certain teacher by this name, Sarah, and she uses technology to enhance classroom instructions. Maybe she just put a screen on the whiteboard, and on that screen, all the instructions are written, and she says those instructions along with showing them on the screen. So there is a double impact. Children can listen to the instructions and they can read it out from the book. So this way they retain the instructions for a longer time. So you are appreciating that teacher for this uh, kind of implementation. Number seven, he fosters a supportive and inclusive learning environment for all students. Now, collaborate, provide, uses, fosters. These are very good verbs to use in your tasks related, the way of modus operandi. If you're talking about, you can use these words uh, very, very effectively. So he fosters a supportive and inclusive learning environment for all students. He creates that kind of environment where he include he includes everybody in the discussion. That kind of environment is known as inclusive learning environment. Okay, so he fosters means he supports. Okay, now we go forward with the eighth sentence. The eighth sentence is, they differentiate instruction to meet the diverse needs of learners. Now, what are we trying to say here? We are appreciating somebody and we are saying that they create different instructions for different types of students, different needs of learners. Learners means students here, and you are saying that these particular teachers, they create different kind of instructions for different kind of learners, and this is one level above. Now, the ninth sentence. Here, what you are doing is you are talking about your strategy, your way of working, and you are saying, I integrate. Integrate means you make them a part of something. So, I integrate real world examples into lessons to make concepts relatable by the teacher, by the student. Number 10, she facilitates class discussions to encourage critical thinking. Now, this is her way of teaching. And in her way of teaching, uh, conducting a discussion around every topic is the right way to go ahead. And through that process, by facilitating those class discussions, she encourages different types of thinking patterns in the students. If you're just feeding them with your own ideas, the students will not think on their own. Through this class discussion method, she encourages critical thinking in the students. Number 11, he incorporates hands on activities to promote active learning. Suppose there is a teacher who is always ready with a set of activities to conduct in the class to promote active learning, because the more activities you have, the more students will participate in the classroom. And he does that. He incorporates hands on activities, means ready, very quick activities. 12th, 12th, they establish clear learning objectives for each lesson. So from the beginning, these teachers, they always set the rules that set the flow of the class in the beginning. So the students are able to follow. Okay, this is what the teacher has done. Now the next thing is going to be this. So the teachers establish clear learning objectives for each lesson, and then they go and then they move ahead from there. So all the students are able to understand what the teacher is saying and able to follow also clearly. Number 13, we scaffold learning tasks to support students in mastering new skills. Scaffolding means what? Scaffolding means you give a support system. You help the students in their learning process, in their like activities, till the time you know that they would require that kind of support, because this is a new skill set they are trying to master. So this is your way of working. We scaffold means we provide support to students when they are trying to master a new skills which is being taught to them. Number 14, Sarah cultivates positive relationships with the students and parents. This teacher is good at that, in cultivating, in growing positive relationships with the students and parents. And we understand for any kind of teamwork, good teamwork, that positive relationship is the key. Now we go to the 15th sentence. He attends professional development workshops to stay updated on best practices. This is that teacher's USP, that he always keeps on upgrading himself. How can I better my teaching method? And that helps him in keeping himself updated on and applying the best practices in his classroom. Number 16, they use formative assessment to monitor students' understanding. And what do we mean by that? Formative assessments means they are quite elaborate kind of assessments too, and they are regularly conducted so that we can monitor the students' understanding. Number 17, I provide extra help and support to students who are struggling. I provide extra help and support. This is my way of working. If I feel that there is a lot of students or there is a certain group of students who are lagging behind or who are not able to understand the concept I'm teaching, I always provide extra classes or extra time after the classes to help and support their learning process. She celebrates student achievements and milestones. This is that teacher's way of positive working, working positively with the students by by celebrating students' milestones. That creates a kind of positive environment in the class. And when students' achievements and milestones are celebrated, they try to give their best. That is the best learning environment which can be there. Now, the 19th sentence. 19th sentence is he advocates for the needs of students and promotes equity in education. Now, what is this way? Advocates means supports. This is another very good verb to use or to replace support with. Always try to use different types of verbs and better verbs always try to come up with, which will reflect a kind of flair or kind of new dimensions to your language. It will reflect there. Okay, now the next is they inspire a love of learning and curiosity in their students. This is their way of working. They inspire a love of learning and curiosity in their students. So, this was a set of 20 sentences which you can use to describe the different teaching like methods and practices in your system. It will reflect the dedication, the expertise, and commitment of teachers and teaching professionals in facilitating students' learning. Situation where you want me to create sentences for, please write in the comment box. With this, I finish it here and happy learning and keep coming back.